Welcome to Buffalo. We are happy to have you here. This video is meant to help you learn how to use the bus system so that you can use public transportation in your new city. We'll explain how to plan a route, how to ride the bus, and how to plan a return trip. The bus system in Buffalo is called the NFTA, or the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority. There are many different bus routes, bus numbers, and bus stops. You can get almost anywhere you want with the bus, so let's plan a trip together. To plan your trip, you'll need a bus pass, bus schedule, and the address you need to travel to. Bus passes are daily, weekly, or monthly. You can also pay $2 when you get on the bus, but you will not be able to get any change. Do you have a bus pass? If not, you can purchase one at the bus terminal or at some local convenience stores. Follow the directions at the terminal to purchase your bus pass. You will have to pay by debit or credit card, and the terminal will release a pass. You can also bring your monthly pass to a terminal and add more money to them if you need. You can also download the NFTA app and add money to the app by using your bank card. There is a scanner in the app that you use just like a bus pass. You can access bus schedule at NFTA's website. For instance, you can click the 20 to check the schedule for the 20 Elmwood bus. Click Download Schedule, and you can see the times the bus will arrive at the corresponding stop. Notice there are times for weekends and holidays as well as weekdays. These change from time to time, so check back frequently. On working weekdays, the buses and trains run regularly on a similar schedule every day. However, on weekends and holidays, the train runs less often, so be sure to check Google Maps or the NFTA website when planning trips on weekends and holidays. Along the right side, there is some helpful information, and at the bottom, there's a map of the path that the bus follows. You can also enter the address you are traveling to into a map application such as Google Maps to plan your route. Using an app like Google Maps is the easiest. Let's look at the route we want to take. We will be traveling from the Department of Social Services at 158 Pearl Street to Jericho Road Community Health Center at 124 Barton Street. Click on the Search Here box at the top of the screen and then type in either the address, 124 Barton Street, or Jericho Road Community Health Center into your phone. Once you've entered in the address you are traveling to, you can click the blue Directions tab at the bottom left side of the screen. I like to use the From Your Location button to make sure I'm starting at the right spot. But if you are planning a route for later, you can use a different address. Today we want to travel from the Department of Social Services, so we'll either type that in or the address, which is 158 Pearl Street. Once you've typed in the address, you can choose your method of travel. For our purposes, we want to choose the bus icon. Click the bus icon and Google Maps will give you multiple options for possible bus routes. Notice at the top of the map it says Leave with a time after it. If you click this button, you can change the day and the time you want to leave. So if you're planning a trip for another day, you can do this in advance. If you scroll along the bottom of your phone, you can choose the best route. There are often multiple routes that can get you to the same place, and with each choice, you will see that it estimates the amount of time the entire trip will take you. You will notice there are bus numbers, and the more you take the bus, the more you will learn the different routes go. You will also notice that some routes may require that you take multiple buses. Select whichever route looks like the best option for you. Often, the top route is the best one. For our trip, we are going to select the top option and take the number 3 Grant Street bus. If you zoom in at the top of the map, you can see your starting location. The dots reflect walking directions, while the solid line reflects the bus trip. Alternatively, if you look at the map, you can see the blue dots which show the directions you will need to walk to the bus stop. The little black dot is you. So you just have to follow that pathway to the stop and then wait for the bus. We have 2 riders today, Lima and Nyara, and they both help to show new riders how to take the bus. Today, they will demonstrate how to take the bus for us. Once you get to your bus stop, there should be a sign with the route name Grant Street and the number 3. Make sure that on your Google Maps bus route, the number matches the sign exactly. Be sure as well that you're on the correct side of the street. The same bus number will travel in each direction. If you're unsure, you can ask the bus driver when they pull up before you get on the bus. You'll have to wait for the bus. It is a good idea to arrive a little bit early because the bus can get there sooner than expected. Also, sometimes it might be late. As the bus approaches, be sure that it is the correct bus. Sometimes, multiple buses use the same stop. We are looking for the number 3 Grant Street bus. Wait for the bus stop. When the front door opens, get on the bus. When you get on the bus, you have to scan your bus pass. Here is Nyara getting on the bus. Notice how she taps the pass on the fare box. Don't forget that you can use the app too. This is what the screen looks like that you need to scan. Notice how Nyara then scans her phone on the fare box. You can also put $2 in if you don't have a bus pass. You have to put money in at an angle for the machine to work properly. As you get on the bus, look for an open seat. The seats in front are reserved for people with disabilities. The seats are specially designed to lift so that a wheelchair can fit there. On the bottom of the seat, there are buttons so that those riders can push the button to request a stop. Please try to leave those seats open for passengers with disabilities. If a passenger with a disability boards, you should move out of those seats to make space for them. If the bus is full and you are able to stand, it is polite to offer your seat to pregnant or elderly passengers. Once you find an open seat, sit back and enjoy the ride. But you should also pay attention on your phone to the bus stops you pass so that you know which stop you need to get off at. Be sure to keep your belongings close to you. You might need to move your belongings to make space for another passenger. Remember that the blue line is the route you are taking, and on the blue line, each small white dot represents a different bus stop. So while on the bus, be sure to pay close attention to your phone. The more you learn about the area, the more you will be able to use landmarks as you take the bus. Your final stop is at the end of the blue route line. It is a large white dot, so be sure to be ready to exit the bus as you approach your stop. The bus doesn't always stop at every stop along the route. The bus will only stop if someone is waiting outside at the bus stop or if someone who is riding the bus signals to the bus driver that they want to get off by pulling the yellow cord above the window. You must pay attention to the bus route. When that stop you want to get off at is the next stop on the route, pull the yellow cord. When you pull the yellow cord, it makes a ringing sound that notifies the driver to stop at the next stop. Be sure to pull the cord early enough so the bus driver has enough time to slow down and stop. Now that you've arrived at your bus stop, you need to exit the bus. Before you get off of the bus, don't forget to check for your personal belongings. On the NFTA buses, we enter from the front and exit at the back doors. To get off of the bus, walk to the back door. Put your hands up at the door and the back door will open. There are helpful stickers on the doors to show you where to place your hands. Now you just have to walk to your final destination. You can follow the map on your phone to get to the Department of Social Services. Just like we did at the beginning, you follow the blue dots to your final destination. For this trip, we didn't need more than one bus. Depending on your route, you may have to take a second bus to get to your location. To get back home, you simply reverse your directions. On the right side of your screen, if you click the two arrows, you can plan a return trip. You can also pick a specific time if you want to plan your trip back home ahead of time. Alternatively, you can type the address in. For this return trip, we will be traveling from the Jericho Road Community Health Center at 124 Barton Street to Department of Social Services at 158 Pearl Street. Because you will be traveling back from where you came, the bus will pick you up on the opposite side of the road, heading in the opposite direction from how you arrived. Buffalo has one public train that runs along Main Street from the University at Buffalo South Campus to the waterfront downtown. University at Buffalo South Campus is a central station for many buses going to and from the suburbs. The train is very helpful since it runs every 20 minutes on weekdays. You can use your bus pass to get onto the train. To take the train, you can enter at any station, but pay attention and choose the right direction. If you're traveling away from downtown, you take the outbound train. If you're traveling towards downtown, you will take the inbound train. When you arrive at your train destination, exit the train, and as you walk toward the station exit, you will notice a turnstile. On the right side of the turnstile, there is a scanner, just like there is on the bus. To exit the station, you have to scan your bus pass here. You can also purchase train tickets at kiosks located in the train station. It's also important to make sure you are aware of your surroundings while using the bus system. You will be around a lot of moving cars and traffic, so it's important to stay safe. Always pay attention when crossing the street. Cars may not always see you even if you have the right of way. Cross the street by walking in the crosswalk and pay attention to the traffic lights. Even while on the bus, there are other unknown people, so be sure to keep track of yourself and your personal belongings. Look up from your phone occasionally. The bus runs all year round here in Buffalo. The weather changes greatly depending on the season. Make sure you dress very warm with a coat, hat, gloves, and snow boots in the winter months when walking to the bus station. Dress in light clothing in the summer since it can be very warm. You can bring an umbrella if it is raining, or carry one with you always in case it rains on the way home. If you have children under the age of 10, they can ride the bus for free with an adult. You are allowed 3 free children under the age of 10 with a paid adult pass. Teach your children how to safely ride the bus too. Thank you for watching this video. We hope the video gave you some helpful information so you can more easily travel all around the city by bus. Don't forget that you can visit www.nfta.com for more information.